Hello my dudes, dudettes, and everything in between. Welcome back to Clive Games. And today we're continuing on with our Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV. We had just beaten Ratatin, and now we're told that the next part of Operation Archon requires us to come up here to North Danon. But the guy who told us that wants us to stop here and make sure everyone's got good morale. So, you know, gonna do a striptease for everyone. Ah, private jet. Yours is a most welcome presence here at Camp Blue Frog. Logistically speaking, we are ready to march on Castrum Meridianum at a moment's notice. At last, while our troops are here in body, their minds are anywhere but. The garrison's mood is dark, so daunting is the prospect of joining what may prove to be the bloodiest battle in history, but with a hero such as you walking among them, we may yet rekindle the dwindling embers within their souls. Cool. Alright, let's see if this is a better weapon. Oh, right, I gotta use it first. Basically the same look, but apparently better. Sergeant Cracked Fist needs a hero to raise morale on the front lines. Private Jet, I mentioned that I was hoping you might raise the flagging spirits of the men and women in our garrison. Worry not, it is no unnecessary laborious task that we ask of you. The mere presence of a hero such as you walking in their midst would no doubt serve to restore in them a measure of morale. And so I also ask you this. Make your way to the Castrum the Cerulean processing plant and report to General Raban once you have arrived. And Godspeed, Private Jet, our troops are counting on you. Wait. I go straight up there? Oh, thank God. There used to be like 3 or 4 missions in this area, like, oh, well, we gotta go collect the ingredients to cook the food, then we gotta cook the food, then we gotta distribute the food. It's like, isn't me just walking through enough? And they're finally like, well, yeah, it is now. Huh. Oh, that is dope. Okay. Raban. Well, if it isn't the hero who brought down the Prefectus, it's good to have you with us, friend. As you can see, the mood about the camp here is grim at best. I was hoping that your presence alone might serve to raise spirits some. One sec. Making sure. Okay. Sorry, just making sure mic is working. Unfortunately, it would seem that many are too preoccupied wallowing in fear and self-pity that they have yet to even notice you have arrived. Might I ask you to make the rounds and share a few words of encouragement to those men and women whose spirit falters? I had a mind to do it myself, but I am quite certain it would carry more weight coming from you. Once you have seen to the others, go and do the same for Adelstein. No matter what he may claim, the lieutenant would also be better for a bit of rousing. Trust me, I know. Here I thought it was going to be a straight thing, but nope. Alright, we got to, what was it? Psych? Yeah. Psych. Alright. Your stirring gesticulation has reawakened me to my purpose. Hero or no, I will fight tooth and nail to protect the realm. That, you go, girl. Alright. Another reason why I really like this race, the Miko, is because their emotes makes their ears and their tail do stuff with you. Sometimes it's so cute. Yeah, I break my fast on Garleans, and right now I'm very hungry. That's right, Potato. You go eat those people. Ugh, the Garleans are not near as frightening as you. I'd sooner face a vanguard while make it as my name day. That's rather disturbing, my dude. Oh, I gotta rouse you as well. By Rolger! Without my realizing it, the fire of my resolve had grown dim. But thanks to you, it burns red hot once more. If needs be, I shall lay down my life to secure victory for Eorzea. That's the spirit. Strength, strength, strength. All of these are strength. Edelstein would send you forth to commence the penultimate phase of Operation Archon. You have rekindled the flames of courage that burn within our brave men and women's hearts, and for this I thank you. And now, the time for battle is nigh. We must march forth with no worries or regrets. General Raban awaits you at Castrum Meridianum. The battle will not be an easy one, but I trust that you are up to the task. Godspeed, Private Jet. And if you were ranking up with your Grand Company before all this, like if you manage somehow to get up to level to rank Lieutenant, they would say Lieutenant Jalt. So like little things like that, it's kind of cute. It's like, okay, well you're recognizing that I'm actually doing other stuff, and then that one's kind of like, oh, we recognize you're doing nothing but this. You're still a private. Yep. What's my currency? I got 1,500 seals. That's not bad. You get the more you rank up, the more maximum seals you can hold. I think like I'm maxed. I believe I'm max ranked with my main Clive with my Grand Company, and I think it was like I can hold 90,000 seals. Our hero returns. I trust that your visit has done much to lift the spirits of our garrison on the eve of our greatest battle yet. Time is of the essence. Let us commence the briefing at once. Why don't we get to walk up there? Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, I would share with you glad tidings. Doubtless spurred on by the news of the siege of Castrum Orient, the Maelstrom has struck a double blow. Castrum Occident and Castrum Meridianum are now under blockade. Phase 2 of Operation Archon is a success. Reports tell us that the Garleans offered fierce resistance, but that the Admiral yielded them not one ilm. With Occident, Meridianum, and Orient thus suppressed, the third phase may begin in earnest. Even as we speak, the Order of the Twin Adders moves to blockade the railway leading hither from Castrum Century, and that can mean but one thing. The hour has come to strike at the heart of the Garlean invasion force. Castrum Meridianum, the den of the Black Wolf. Useless woman. My fellow Eorzeans, I am Ophelia, mistress of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. There exist a myriad barriers that divide us, those of race and nation, language and creed, to name but a few. Such barriers serve to isolate us from our neighbors, yet they also serve to define who we are. Shorn of them, there would be little to distinguish one from another, and the rich variety of our lives would give way to sterile orthodoxy. These barriers can never truly be broken down, of course, not so long as there is liberty in the world, but they can be transcended. Verily, we do so now in coming together for this grand endeavor to fight side by side in defense of our shared home. Before me stands the adventurer Clive Jet. You all know him as a man who will lead the unit tasked with destroying the Ultima weapon. We Scions know a different Clive, however. We know him as a dear friend who has endured untold hardship on our behalf, a true hero who has ever blazed a path for us to follow. And why do I tell you this? I tell you, friends, because it is time for us to blaze a path for him. Our objective is to wreak such havoc outside the walls of Meridianum as to afford Clive and his comrades the time they need to disable the magnetic field generator within. With the path thus cleared, we may finally turn our minds to the true goal of this operation, the destruction of the Ultima weapon. All troops, prepare for battle. Ooh, I feel like excited after reading that. I fear I cannot accompany you this time. The unenviable task of facilitating communication between our forces has been entrusted to the Iron Ones. Excuse me. Know though, that I will be praying for your safe return, and I care why, Sid. There was never a plan for you to come with us. See that you come back to us, my friend. May the crystal bless you and keep you. We will suffer the Black Wolf to prowl on our lands no more. Let us teach the hunter what it is to be hunted. Forward, comrades, to Eorzea! For Eorzea! Go now, Clyde, and bring us one step closer to the dawn. Alright. Now, Castrum Meridianum is available. I'm going to go ahead and queue, so I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, and 25 minutes later, yeah, it took that long. Oh, that was a long wait. But this is, it's a mixture between a semi-quick and pretty long one. There's a lot of cutscenes in this that you can't skip. So, no matter how many times you've done it before, you cannot skip cutscenes. But you can run through this really quickly if you've got tanks and healers who know what they're doing. Cool, I'm the only summoner in the group. I like it when there's no two same classes. Alright, so tanks will grab all the enemies. We need to interact with these lights. Both of them. And don't worry, we're not missing anything. Everyone has to watch these. No one can skip them, no matter what. So so we don't have to worry about someone starting something too quick. Alright. Now, this dude's gonna die. Oh, clutch with the, Yeah, that tank almost died. Luckily, at level 50, white mages get an ability called Benediction, which basically makes it a 100% heal, no matter how low you are. It's a really clutch ability, but it takes a while to recharge. Alright. And as soon as you go in here, regardless of whether or not you killed all the enemies, this scene pops, so just be aware of that. And pretty much for a majority of the mini bosses, you just want to focus on it. Don't worry about ads. You just want to burn down the boss as quickly as possible. And they're bringing it over here because we have to come over here after the fight. I love how this person right here is doing nothing. Like no, like you can help fight, believe it or not. If I didn't know better, I'd swear you had a personal grudge against Magitech armor. What can I say? I couldn't bear to let you have all the fun. Don't worry, Biggs and Wedge have everything in hand. Truth be told, I think they like having the work of 3 men. Wedge wasn't exactly pleased to be left behind though, and he made quite sure I knew it. I must say, our recent struggles have done wonders for the lad's spirit. Given the size of this place, I suspect there might be an armor or 3 to be had, and here we are. Not as bad as I thought. If I have half the Marquis time for mending things, I should be able to get it working again. Listen, Clive, we intercepted an Imperial communication indicating that the ultimate weapon is indeed being housed within the Praetorium. We also learned that the field which protects the compound is powered by no fewer than 3 generator towers. If you're to deactivate the field, you'll need to locate and disable them all, and I'm here to help you do just that. See that chute? It leads to waste disposal. Somewhere nearby there will be a Cerulean facility supplying fuel to the closest of the 3 towers. Find the place and break things. My forte. Go on ahead, Clive. I'll be along as soon as I finish my repairs. Alright, so that's why he brought it over there, because we had to go directly into this disposal chute. Alright, so the Astro is new. How are you still up these stairs? And immediately after you enter this, another cutscene. That's going to be the running theme for this dungeon and the dungeon after this. The dungeon after this will probably be the entire video. It is that long. I might even have to, depending on how long it is, split it into 2 videos, but I'm going to try and not do that. Alright. Tanks need to grab everything as much as they can. And then I need to interact with this. I'm not using... Oh, I thought I got hit. Alright. Careful of the lights. If you get touched by them, more enemies show up. And Garuda is very useful to have for here because there are so many enemies. I don't know. Oh, and the other enemy that was just like this one right here that was up there, they drop incendiary. Why me? I didn't touch you. They drop incendiary bombs. Thankfully they were picking it up. And then you use the incendiary bombs to destroy the pipes on each side. You have to do it there to continue on with the dungeon. After both are destroyed, you run back. Alright, who is that? That is the Black Mage. Black Mage is doing nothing for us. She really needs to be kicked. Run all the way back over here. And into here. Sorry, I was making sure it was recording. Alright. Same deal, focus directly on the boss. You don't need to do anything else. Where's the tank? There's the tank. Alright, let's start casting. There we go. Yes, ads will show up. Either the off tank can grab them all, or they could just not really worry about it, and healers will just have to keep an eye on everyone's health, mostly their own. But there we go. And there's Sid. There you are. I didn't have the patience to take the long way around. I see you disabled the first generator. That leaves us with 2. Oh bugger, that was me, wasn't it? Well, there's nothing for it but to press on. We must see to the remaining generators before the enemy has a chance to regroup. You go on ahead, Clive. I'll bring up the rear. Let's raise some hell. Yeah, I have no control over how fast the conversation goes in the next dungeon, so I have to try and read quick enough and clear enough. Make sure you pick up the key that was dropped by the boss, and then if you recognize, that's exactly where we went in, the disposal chute. We were just on the other side of that door, so now we have to come over here. Let me get Garuda out. Doesn't matter if you stand in this, you won't take damage. Alright. Same deal, tanks, take as much as you can. Alright, if you're not the tank and not the healer, try and get on these cannons. You can use them to destroy the enemies a lot quicker. If they bring them in closer, but they're not, it seems. So there's no point getting to them. Make sure, they already did it, but make sure you interact with this light, just like we did at the beginning. I'm gonna go ahead and damage this as much as I can along the way. And this is where Ruin 2 really comes and be useful. Careful about your mana, yep, because Ruin 2 will eat through it quite quickly. Oh, I'm about to get new damage. Alright. And there were some cannons over there that we could have used, but I didn't know if they were gonna stand where they were supposed to, the tanks, because they didn't in the other way. Because theoretically, you're supposed to grab that first group, run, take that second group that's right in front of the tanks, then get the group that's in front of the light, and then come back to where the second group was so that we could use the cannons to destroy it. But they didn't do that, so we had to improvise. Alright. And you're supposed to escort Sid, which is basically why we kill everything along the way. I don't know why I use Siphon. I honestly don't know. I already had 2 Ether Flow. Alright. Alright. He'll become immune if they don't. There's apparently like a very specific time that you can stun the boss or the magic tech Colossus, and he doesn't become invulnerable. I don't know it. Some people have told me it, but I don't know it by the off the top of my head. I could have focused on the boss, but I wanted to try and like take some of the heat off the healers. Fine work, Clive. Oh, thank you. Stand clear. I have a mind to loose some fireworks, diverting all power to cannons. My mind immediately went to something different. I'm not gonna say it. When I saw that Magic armor go. Damn it, there goes the core. I fear I may have overestimated the maximum operating capacity by a few orders of magnitude. I blame our key. Well, we'll need to find another way to bring down the third generator. Well, well, the traitor himself. And while his medicine... I couldn't read it fast enough, I'm sorry. Meddlesome vermin, probably. Insulting thing, probably. Knowing Livia, it's probably something insulting. You go on ahead, Clive. I need to get to the bottom of something. Okay. Usually the bottom, but if you want to be the bottom, bye-bye. Alright, grab the Imperial Identification Key that dropped from that Colossus. running. I'm gonna interact with this while we fight this Colossus. Right. Do not interact with all those Colossuses. For the love of God, do not attack them. One group, one tank go up there, and one tank go up here. I guess. Oh no, we got a tank. I think that one in front of me right now is the tank, other tank, the Paladin. I'm gonna interact with Terminal. And there's one on the other platform that the other tank went up. I'm gonna have them both interacted with to start this cutscene. It's me. Are you all right? Nope, I'm dead. That's an assault craft you're up against. You don't stand a chance with conventional weapons. You're going to need something big to bring it down. A mortar, a cannon, anything. Hold on, Clive. I'm on my way. That's reassuring. What are you gonna do? He doesn't have any combat capabilities. He's just a freaking mechanic. Alright. Oh! Alright, I went in, poisoned all of them. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same with this group. Normally you could either fight them or interact with these cannons. You have to keep interacting. There's 3 cannons. Continuously interact with them to attack the airship up there. While the tanks take all the enemies and grab the 2 Colossuses that popped, and the healers make sure the tanks or no one dies. I could have done this as healer, but I kind of want to do the DPS because, like I said, I like the gear a lot better. Fools! If you were resolved to die here, you might at least have done so without first making a mess of the place. But we are methy boys. I see that Garland is not with you. More's the pity. I had hoped to slay him myself, but never mind the traitor for now. I have so looked forward to this meeting, Clive Jet. Yes, I know much more about you, about your strength, and your hidden talents. I would sample them firsthand, and you will indulge me. Sure. It's the first time I ever indulged a woman, but we'll see how it goes. Alright. Take care of these 2. Whoop. Tanks. 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 Yeah, so take care of these 2 Colossuses first. Alright. And be careful, they do cleave with every attack, meaning anything in front of them will get hit. Alright. The tank will take that as soon as, well, or anyone really, they'll stay in the middle. And they do, and she does no damage. The rest of us will go over here, interact with Magitech Missile, and make the hands arm these artillery cannons. Every now and then, enemies will show up, and they will try to destroy everything. Do not let them. Your top priority is to defend everything. I guess, yeah, like you do like no damage to her. The only way to do it is by using the cannons on her. If you gain aggro, go to the middle, and keep her there. Don't worry about taking damage. If you have aggro, she does nothing at all. It's not even like... Alright, luckily, the hand didn't have a missile in it. If they hit the hand while the missile's in it, it explodes, destroys the hand, and you have to wait a long time for it to spawn to be able to put missiles in the thing. My lord was quite taken with you and the power you possess, the Echo. Naturally could not help but wonder whom this prince among men might be. Only to discover that you are but another adventurer, no better than the multitude. I don't know about that. Yet in spite of this, the masses hold you their champion and shower honors upon your head. It defies all reason. I don't know, it makes sense to me. How is it that you could be such a thorn in our side? Wherever you appear, you leave havoc in your wake. You even slew Retatier, one of our very finest. Well, I will not speculate. Truth be told, I couldn't care less how you have done these things. What matters to me is the fact that you have done them. If you are allowed to continue, you will eventually deprive me of all that I have toiled for, all that is mine by right. Alright. My minions, my comrades, even my Lord Gaius, you cannot have him. His dreams and ambitions, his body and soul, they are mine, do you hear me? All mine. I lost everything once before, I will not suffer it to happen again. God, girl, can you slow down your speech? I will kill you, adventurer. Only your death can bring me peace. How fast does she talk? My God. I am top DPS. Go me. Hey, 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 don't target me. I didn't do anything. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. And yeah, you kill things so fast you don't get the chance to use limit break.
You're mine.
Just focus on her, nothing else. Alright. And we're gonna run overtime with this episode so we can go ahead. No, it's happening all over again. Oh, I can join. We're gonna run overtime so I can go ahead and unlock the Praetorium, so the next episode we can just start straight in, because it is a long thing. Please, I cannot bear it. Don't take him away from me. He is not my type. Lord Gaius. Another poor fool who craved Gaius's affection over all else. May her soul know peace, no rest. It is a miracle no harm has come to you, my friend. One for which I will happily give thanks. And the wonders do not end there. Truthfully now, did you really mean to send that assault craft crashing through the generator tower? If you did, you're a bloody liar. If you didn't, well, you're too modest. Whichever you are, you've managed to open the way to the Praetorium. The only problem is, we can't reach it on foot. Nay, we'll need to take the Enterprise. I left her at the Cerulean processing plant, so let's regroup there. This is it, Clive. The final confrontation awaits. I know, it's been so long. It's been such a long road, guys. So many backs and forths. Alright, tombstones, a new currency you can use to get a lot better gear. Hey, I got commendations! Ah, and I wasn't even a healer! Alright. I knew you wouldn't let us down, soldier. With the Praetorium stripped of its defenses, the way to the ultimate weapon lies open. The time has come for the final phase of Operation Archon. Dexterity, vitality. Ooh, we'll do intelligence, because this is where it starts separating to intelligence and mind. So we're gonna go with the intelligence because I'll use the tombstones to get better healing gear. And it only took until the end of the base game to get our first new earring, and it actually shows you. See, you can actually see it. It actually has different looks. I love that about this game. Brabon has some parting words for you ahead of the final phase of Operation Archon. For the final phase of the operation, my flames will storm Castrum Meridianum and suppress what is left of the Imperial garrison. If all goes well, this will allow you to reach the Praetorium unopposed, fit and ready for your encounter with the ultimate weapon. Yours is the most dangerous mission of all, but the best must bear the heaviest burden, and you're the best we have. There's not another soul in this realm who could see this deed done, and Merlwub and Khan-E are of the same mind as me. Though all hangs on your success, you must not let our plight make you desperate. Victory belongs to the bold, not the reckless. Bards are wont to sing of heroes who value their life at naught next to honor, love, and liberty. But I tell you now, that which men value at naught, they sell cheap. Risk no more than you must, you hear me? Now, the best of you are off. We have work to do. The both of us. See that your preparations are in order, then report to Sid. He awaits you within the Enterprise at the Cerulean processing plant. May Rogger grant you strength. Alright, nice. So yeah, unfortunately I do apologize with how long this video is, and how long the next one's gonna be. Usually they won't be this long. These two dungeons are usually the longest ones. And if you're leveling up all classes with the same character, you will be doing these two dungeons more times than you care to, trust me. I probably did these two dungeons well into 100 times maybe. But it's the best way to get experience with the story roulette. The Enterprise is at your disposal. When you're ready to head for the Praetorium, you need only say the word. If we succeed in destroying the ultimate weapon, it will deal a crippling blow to the Empire's hopes of conquest. After that, the 14th Legion would not dare to move against us, bearing the discoverer of the further elegant doomsday devices, that is. Let us be on our way, Clive. Gaius and his plaything await. Alright. But thank you guys for watching. That's all the time I got for you today, and I hope to see y'all next time.